Actually, guys, I already vlog about. I'm coming back, right? Very quick, okay? Because my first vlog is not lengthy, but I want not to be lengthy because I changed my style for a moment. It depends on the situation if I can control or not. Because the vlog is very lengthy, right? Okay, so I need to point out fats categorization, okay? So that when we have an idea, a knowledge, what's that all about? Especially to those who are at diet, okay, today or health fitness, something like that. You can also have this guidance, okay? So now, actually, it doesn't mean that diet people should be good in science or should be good in health science or whatever. Okay, all you have to do is to read some information about health. Okay, you can go to different websites regarding health information, nutrition, diet, health, fitness, all about biomolecules, biochemistry, medical science, and things like that. You can go to the websites of CDC, okay, Centers for Disease Controls and Prevention Center, and then we have also the World Health Organization, WHO, or you can go also with the Food Drugs Administration globally, because they are the one who will regulate all the types of foods all over the world, things like that. Okay, there's a lot of sources, huh? And then if you are really not that satisfied, then you can double check. You can really cross-examine, okay? Because sometimes you, just like me, I doubt because there are sources that are not meeting with each other. They are having disagreement, things like that, because they don't know each other. They are independent vlogger. They are independent YouTube content creators. They are also independent, have websites also in their blogs. Not vlogs, but blogs. BLOGS, meaning only letters and words and statements. That is blogs. So if the person who do that, that is blogger, capital B as in boy. Then if there's video, that is vlog. So the person who do that is the vlogger. So that's the difference between a blog and a vlog, a vlogger and a blogger. You get the point, things like that. Okay, me, I'm a vlogger, not a blogger, because I do this with video, not statements, not articles that I try to publicized or published in the www.net, something like that, or any, sources of information materials, right? Okay, so, and I'm a vlogger, not a blogger. You get the point? Things like that. Okay, so our topic is all about fats. Okay. Things like this, okay? So, whenever you see this word, a lot you will see this in the public, in the school, in the university, in the work. So, you always see them vividly. Wow, you always see them very clearly because of their size. Okay, they are very big, both in and the width, width, what you call it, width, and also their stomach. Usually for men, their stomach are like a balloon or bloating. Okay, but for women, not necessarily bloating in effect, on widening their hips, something like that, and their breast is very big, things like that. Okay, for women. Okay, so that's, you can see them fats. Sorry, fats. Okay, literally fat also. Okay, so fats can be subdivided into two only, right? You get the point? Okay, we have the saturated fat, okay, and the unsaturated fat, okay, like that. Get the point? So let's classify. So saturated fat example, basically for example, what are for example here? This is gonna be okay, coconut oil. Okay, example already, right? Coconut oil. Okay, palmitic red acid. Okay, we have lauric acid. What do you mean by lauric acid? Do you familiar about this? Okay, because palmitic acid is easy to recognize. This is an acid found in the palm tree that can be used also as an oil, because we have the palm oil, right? But lauric acid is not really that familiar to all of us, right? Even though your course is science related, but others also are not familiar, just like me. I'm just meeting this in my research. Okay, you get the point. So lauric acid really is, it's gonna be used in medicine, used as medicine. Okay. Okay, used as medicine. Okay, in treating, very, very good, guys. In treating herpes, genital herpes. Okay, this is an inflammation of your vagina and penis during uncontrolled sexual intercourse with multiple partners. Okay, you get the point. These are intended to bigaon or cannot control their feelings, mga bigaon, something like that. Okay? Or uwagon, cannot control their urge, sexual urge. So this herpes. Okay, you get the point. So this is caused by herpes. Okay, simplex. Okay, herpes simplex, virus. Okay, and this is the start of the HIV. Okay, human immunovirus. Okay, and human papilloma virus. Okay, and then the last part will be the AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Okay, so lauric acid can be used as a treatment, as a medicine for this. Okay, but imagine this is a saturated fat, but you will never take that also in your system unless this lauric acid will be used in a food. Okay, like that. So lauric acid in food can be used as a shortening, okay, in vegetables. Okay, for example, in making pastries, let's say cookies, shortening, okay? So very powerful, used as a medicine also, at the same time, used also in food, but not that. Okay, lauric acid also will be used in soap and shampoo as an ingredient. So imagine there's an acid who have a versatility in application. You will never focus to one application. Things like the lauric acid, right? Can be used in the food, can be used also as a medicine, and at the same time can be used in manufacturing for cosmetology. Something like the shampoo, the soap, like that, or even let us say, cleaning of the face. Okay, for example, L'Oreal, like that. What else? A lot, right? We have Nivea, something like whatever. Okay, for the skin in the face, the girls will always put in their face to make it smooth, to remove the pimples, like that. There's also a little bit of additive of lauric acid there. Okay, also for the soap and shampoo. Okay, like that. Another example for this also, we have, can you write this in your notebook? Because I cannot write everything that, it's very short board. Okay. And then also the stearic acid. Okay. Stearic acid is very, very useful also. Stearic. Okay. Stearic acid. By the way, stearic acid is 18 atoms of carbon, 36 atoms of hydrogen, and 2 atoms of oxygen. And then palmitic acid is 16 atoms of carbon, 32 atoms of hydrogen, something like that. Okay? And 2 atoms of oxygen. Okay? Like that. And the lauric will be 12 atoms of carbon, okay, 24 atoms of hydrogen, and 2 atoms of oxygen. Okay? So you will start also to love chemical formulation so that you can understand really how to behave, to react to other substances, react to other substances in our skin, in our muscles, in the digestive system, in respiratory, in the cardiovascular part of our body, something like that. Okay, that's the point. And also in the nerve cells, charot. Okay, in the neurons or whatever. Okay, you get the point. So, stearic acid. Again, this is saturated. So, stearic acid applied in cosmetology as a moisturizer. Okay, can be used also in a baby lotion. Usually have stearic acid. Okay, sometimes it can be also in the makeup, put in the lips for girls, colorful makeup. The ingredient also there, one of the components are stearic acid. And also for the shampoo. Again, so all about cosmetology products or healthcare products. Usually for the skin, hair, nails, like that. Outside appearance. Okay, things like that. But take note, not only for the outside, it's also a little bit of inside in the batter cocoa only. 6% only of stearic acid found in batter cocoa. You get the point. You know cocoa? The cocoa tree is very producing a seed very bitter, bitter. So this cocoa will be blended with sugar to become the chocolate. You get the point? Chocolate is not sweet originally. They are just blending it with sugar. And it's coming from cocoa tree. Okay. And cocoa really have seeds like that, like a black color, and it's very bitter. Okay, then they blended with sugar and it tastes sweet. That's why you have sweet chocolates now. Okay, that's why dark chocolates are more on the cocoa also, because that is bitter compared to the milk chocolate, like that, whatever. Okay, we have an idea of chocolate is always sweet, but actually the natural is not sweet. Okay, because normally the seeds are not sweet. The seeds, most of the seeds are not sweet. Tell me one kind of a seed that is sweet now. I think nothing. Sweet. Seed, ha? I'm not telling you the legume family. It's the seed. Okay? The legume family are those beans, soybeans, like that, and the nuts. I'm not telling you about that, but seed. Okay? Right? So if there is, then very rare. Okay? You get the point? So that is coming from the cocoa. Okay? So the cocoa, we can produce batter out of it. Out of it. And then the 6% only stearic acid. O, diba? Like that. So this is also example of saturated. Another thing. Okay? Oh my gosh, this is very important. Okay? So I think everybody knows about this also. Okay? Saturated fats. We're still in the saturated fats, mga palangga kumita. Okay, like that. Okay, so saturated fats. Okay. By the way, guys, I mentioned already the lauric, right? Okay, lauric acid. This is under saturated fat because most of the saturated, as I mentioned a while ago, that is really phytonutrients, immune boost system. Okay, immune will be boosted. Okay, because the point immune system will be boosted. Charot. Okay? Ganon. And increase HDL also. Okay? And reduce inflammation. So, kanina guys, if it will reduce the inflammation, then you are far from diseases. Because all diseases starts from inflammation. Okay? It has to do something with the vital organ membrane. Okay? So, things like that. If it will be inflamed, then chance is that the cell will be damaged. Okay, there will be a damage of the cell. Okay, if the cell will be damaged, there's a disease already. But there are drivers for that. Could either be disease-causing substances, or let's say an antigens, a bacteria or viruses that will try not to be inflamed. Okay, that's why I'm telling. All you have to do is to know what foods are inflammatory, anti-inflammatory. Okay, because they are helpful. Like, for example, like me, last 2 days ago, I have a flu, FLU, that's driven to viruses, right? A common cold, like that. It cannot attack for 1 week. Finish already for 2 days. Okay, without taking medicines. Okay, only fruits. Okay. So things like that. So because most of the fruits are anti-inflammatory. Okay, you get the point. And especially the grapes are, can prevent cardiovascular diseases and other types of cancers, things like that. Okay? You got the point. Muna siya. And also vitamin C, orange, like that. So we need to explain because it keeps on repeating, right? Okay. you must do your research also, huh? You get the point. Okay. So another example of saturated fats, we have margarine. Okay. Most of the margarine are made of palmitic acid. Okay, like that. So margarine is a solid substance like a yellow color because at room temperature. Beyond that, it will be melted and it will become an oil. Okay, you get the point. So this is the characteristic of the margarine fat. Okay, not only that, the batter. Okay, the batter, and then we have also this is not common. I think this common for everybody, but it's common to others also. This is the tallow. Talloy. Things like this. Okay, you get the point mga palangga kugitan. Okay, the tallow. Okay, we have also the lard. Lard. In the Philippines, lard is very common. In the Philippines, lard is very common because we majority eat pig. Pig, P-I-G, an animal, okay? A black and a white animals that became a pork after cooking, something like that, okay? So this is the lard, okay? Lard is a fat of the pork. Okay. So the fat of the pork is solid at room temperature, meaning 25 degrees Celsius. But then again, beyond that, it will be melted and become a liquid. It will become an oil after that. You get the point? So this is a fat, the solid substance. Okay? Normally that is white, things like that. Okay? That is for the fat of the pork. You got the point? Okay. Then we have the tallow. Is the fat of the beef. Fat of the beef or a little bit of mixture of sheep. S-H-E-E-P. Not the sheep like a boat. Sheep. Okay? Not sheep. Sheep. Double E. Right. Okay. So, fat of the beef and sheep. Okay. You got the point. Okay. Like that. And we have the batter. The batter is very common, right? Okay. You have a peanut batter or whatever. Okay. A lot of flavoring. Strawberry batter, whatever. Okay. There's a lot, right? Okay. So the batter have short chain fatty acid of butyrate. Okay. So we need to say the acid found in batter is the butyric acid. Under normal circumstances, butyric acid is very good. Okay, butyric acid because this is for digestive health. We need butyric acid because for our digestive health. You get the point, things like that, and to reduce inflammation of our cell membrane. Guys, cell membrane and plasma membrane will be the same, technically. Okay, you get the point. So, butyric acid. And this is very good, okay, because the more we have butyric acid, then our good bacteria inside our body, in our bio family, will be happy if they will receive butyric acid for their survival. Okay, and then if you have also more fiber inside your body, in the digestive health, in your digestive system, then okay, the probiotic substances will be increased, and then the good bacteria will be happy. Things like that. And then the more you will not be hungry easily. Things like that. Okay? You get the point? Especially if you eat fiber-rich food. Because that is more on the butyric, properties or butyrate properties. And then our good bacteria will be happy for that. Okay? Good bacteria participation in fighting diseases and fighting any types of chronic diseases or whatever. If you are get easily sick, meaning your good bacteria is only few. Okay? They will be killed by the bad bacteria. You get the point? And the bad bacteria, viruses like that, is very strong and your good bacteria is very weak. Then that's why you need to eat more good food that rich in probiotics, like yogurt, things like that, like batter, okay, like cheese, okay, a combination of eggs and milk, things like that. Okay, cheese, the yellow color or the white color sometimes, right? Okay, that's rich in butyric, okay, acids and things like that. Okay, and the formula for butyric acid is gonna be 8 atoms of carbon, 4 atoms of hydrogen, and 2 atoms of oxygen. Things like that. Okay? Okay? Sagot atas also butyric acid. That is the acid found in the batter. So it's still saturated. Meaning to say, if it is more of saturated, then if more of that, we will become obese. We will become fat. If we keep also eating bread, wedge sandwich bread, which is a cheese, a batter, like that. You don't have to do that every day. Things like that, okay? Because it will be beyond now to the normal level. If it is an adequate level, that would be good. It can boost your immune system, immune boost system. Okay, nakakaloka. Okay, margarine, still the same. Okay, margarine but more on palmatic. Okay, it will become an oil also under heating process. Okay, then it can cause also obesity and fat. Now let's go directly because I discussed. Oh no, I will try to have comparison between the lard and the tallow. Okay, so which is for example, which is more nutritious? Shall we say the beef or the pork? Things like that. Okay, it depends. Okay, you got the point. If you consider the lean, in Bisaya, unod. If you consider the unod of the beef and the unod of the baboy, let's say like that, okay, the more healthier is the beef, unod. And if you consider to the fat, the tambok part, the white color, and the tambok of the pig or the pork, so the healthier is the pig also, lesser than the fat of the beef. So it depends on the specific where you are considering. You can never say all. Then the all will be the fat plus the lean equal to the total nutrients, things like that. You cannot do that. It depends on the serving on the restaurants, on the way you prepare, because sometimes also love to eat the fat of the only for the baboy. They will try to suba that in an oiling, something like that. Okay, oiling na charcoal, a black color, right? Something like that, and then suba whatever. So the fat of the pig is very good taste, right? Okay, compared to the fat of the beef. Usually, we don't love the fat of the beef, things like that. In which it is true, because the fat of the pork is more okay comparing to the fat of the beef. But still, there's also fat in that. I'm only comparing. Okay, you got the point. But for the lean, L-E-N, the unod, guys, sorry to tell you, beef is better, okay, than the pork. Okay. But it sounds tasteful for the pork because we are introduced that almost all the time when we are 1 year old until we big. So the adaptive immunity, because our parents keep preparing that in fiestas, in occasion and birthday. That way our immune system will always look and find for that taste. But actually, if we talk about nutrients, beef is better. Why? Aside from the protein like that, okay, also the cobalamin, guys, okay, the cobalamin and the vitamin B12 and the iron, okay, because pork have less iron compared to the beef. Okay, beef has more iron, and iron is very important to the blood flow circulation as a component of our red blood cells in carrying the oxygen into our respiratory system and also carrying the nutrients in the bloodstream to the respective vital organs to function properly. Things like that. Okay, so the iron is very important for the red blood cells. Okay, that's why if you have lack of vitamin B, usually you have mental confusion, something like that, and anemia, you lose your memory, dementia, something like that, because you have lack of iron, tantamount to lack of red blood cells. And vitamin B12 is very important, the cobalamin. or the other vitamins, vitamin B1, vitamin B6, all will be fortified with this beef. The pork also have, but I'm trying to compare which is more, right? You get the point? Because, oh my gosh, really? If you eat more beef also, you'll become intelligent. Because, the cobalamin, the B12, which is higher than pork, this beef really, guys, it can increase the health of our neurons based on experimental evidence. The healthy of the neurons, health of the neurons. So it improves our neurological functions, something like that. Increases the red blood cells and for the optimal health for any individual. Optimal meaning the overall. Wow, beef? Yes, beef. Somebody will say also it's higher fat than pork, but it depends on the experimental evidences, what particular sources they take down. So I told you, it depends on the specificities of the sources. Okay, but generally, beef is better than pork if we try to speak about the unud, meaning the lean, L-E-A. If we talk about the fat, then pork is better. Okay, maybe they are trying generally to be like that. The beef is having more fat than the pork because the fat of the beef is more also in the beef they cook at that moment. Okay, what if they only eat only the lean of the beef without eating also the fat with the beef? Okay, so it's more. Okay, but the fat of the pork is really tasteful. That's why, really. Okay, even me. Okay, I love it. But due to my diet, I must control it. Okay, you got the point. Even though nothing for now. We don't know really in the vacation, but if you have really discipline, it will be already engraved in your brain cells. Okay, so things like this, if you have a strong self-discipline, you will control things like that. Okay, things like that now, right? Like me, I'll never eat chocolates for almost 3 years. Yeah, yes. Okay, things like that, and then ice cream also I did not eat. Okay, when I go to the Bacala, there's a lot of ice cream. All I have to do is to open the cover and look only. By looking, I feel full. So that's only a perception, things like that. You are just like, what do you call this one? Hallucinating. Okay, hallucination, right? Okay, I mean, it's just like an imagination. Okay, you get the point that you eat something, but then you are not eating that one. Okay, you got the point. Ganon. Okay? Okay, so that's very clear. That's for the saturated fats, mga palangga kong hitad. Okay, so wait for the explanation of the unsaturated fats. Wait for a while. Palangga kong hitad. Guys, after this topic, I'll be able to discuss vitamin E, and after that, it's gonna be tomorrow or Friday. I'll be able to discuss the neurological health of individual. Something like it talks about the functions of electricity inside our body. Something like that. Why we move, why we talk, why we sing, why we eat. Okay, all about motor skills, functions of the neurons due to neurotransmitters, chemical messengers, substances that we take from different food we eat and liquid beverages we input it in our system daily ala tool. Something like that. You get the point? I have to explain that so that we can understand what are the normal diseases will come in, what will be the food to be adjusted, like that, what are the control measures to be done, things like that. Okay? Oh, diba? Wait. Okay. Unsaturated fats, we have the monounsaturated fats. Okay? Meaning only one single band. Okay. Usually this is 9, it's gonna be like 9 octadecanoic acid. Something like that. Because it's usually 18 carbons. Okay, 18 atoms of carbons. Okay, and the other one will be polysaturated. Okay. For example, you say 9, 12, 15 octadeca trienoic acid or octadeca dienoic acid. 9, 12. Okay, because the double bonds are in the number 9, carbon number 9 and carbon number 2. There are only 2, so di. We say octatetra diethanoic acid because that is 2 double di. And the octadeca represents the 18 carbon atoms. Things like that. That is the IUPAC naming, ha? Okay, you get the point. Later I will discuss also that. Okay, that is polyunsaturated composed of the 2 double bands and 3 double bands or more. Okay, the 3 double bonds or more, it's in there that you will meet the substances good for the heart. Omega fats. Okay? Omega fatty acids. And take note, this is exclusive only for aquatic food. The fish oils or the fish substances. So, most of us, especially the Middle East, don't love fishes. But to tell you honestly, fishes are good to the health compared to the meat and the kabsa and the chicken curry or whatever. Okay, you get the point. Because sometimes also the culture, the religion doesn't match with the healthier substances, right? Okay, that's why generally they are big compared to Asian people. Okay, big in stomach, big in waist compared to the Asian people. Asian people are very thin, long, things like that because they don't love, though majority loving meat, but not all the time meat. Asian people loves fishes, okay, seafoods. But if you try to go to Middle East, they don't love that much seafoods. Though also there are some, but not all, especially the rich people. That's why they are more big. They will also eat by plates, very big plate in the kabsa, something like that. Too much rice, the yellow rice. Okay? Things like that. We cannot educate because you know that is their culture. Based on the religion. How can we do that? That's already their tradition. Okay? And culture. So all we have to do is to only give a guidance and idea. If we follow better, if we don't follow, also better. Right? Things like that. Okay? Respect. Okay? You got the point. Ganon! Okay, so fish is the cleanest animal in the globe. Okay, the aquatic family, something like that. Okay, they don't acquire that much because why? They are not exposed to the flora and fauna and the vegetation. They are on the sea. Okay, they are not exposed to the trees, to the grasses, to the soil, or to any silt there or sand there. They are on the sea. Normally, they always clean their bodies by the water. So by science explanation, obviously, they are more clean. Just like us, we are clean if we will take shower. We are clean if we will take a bath. So the fish are always taking a bath 24 hours because they are in the sea. So that's why they are the cleanest animal in the globe. Okay, aquatic creatures. Okay, so these are the healthier food rich in omega-3 fats, good for the heart and for our artery and our blood vessels, for blood flow circulation. What are the examples for this? We need to be specific. First, salmon. Okay, salmon fish has a higher level of, omega-3 fats, followed by, it's gonna be the mackerel. The type of fish, mackerel. Okay, the third will be, it's just like a tuna, T-U-N-A, tuna, something like that, okay? Number 4, or merely a sardine. This is also the thing that the majority of the people don't understand. Sardines are better than corned beef, beefloaf, meatloaf inside the can. Because sardines has less carcinogen called nitrosamine because the fish has no amine originally. Amine, nitrogen and hydrogen, but the meat have already amine. You cannot remove that in the meat. Plus preservatives, nitrogen. But the sardines plus preservatives lang siya. So advantage ang sardines when it comes to health. Another thing also, the sauce have the lycopene, the antiviral agent due to the tomato sauce. Tomato has rich in lycopene as an antiviral agent. Okay, that can prevent cancer also. So, though there's a carcinogen inside the sardines can, but it's not high compared to corned beef, beef loaf, meat loaf, like that, or any processed food inside the plastic packed in the bacala or in the grocery or in the hypermarket. You get the point? Things like that. But sardines are ignored because you know the smell is lancha or whatever, something like that. But the nutrient is more okay. Okay, guys, because once the meat is in the processed plastic bag, it's not good already. Okay, you cannot compare that with a fish. Okay, maybe if it is fresh, it's comparable with the fish. But then again, okay, due to this one omega fats, because we are not only considering for the protein, as I told you, protein will be there always, but we have another nutrients aside from protein. So iron, like that, vitamin B, vitamin D, vitamin E. It's not only protein, right? Yes, meat has higher protein than fish. Something like that. But what about the other vitamins and nutrients? Good for the heart, like that, like that. So if we try to sum up the overall, fish will win. You get the point? So based on the criteria of judging, just like a singing competition. So meat, protein, 20%, like that. Cobalamin, vitamin B12, okay, folate, vitamin B6, things like that. Thiamine, vitamin B1, riboflavin, vitamin B2, niacin, vitamin B3, like that. Vitamin B5, pantothenic acid. Okay, vitamin B6 is pyridoxine, something like that. You get your point? So these are called vitamin B complex, okay, that can produce red blood cells, okay, by having the iron, something like that. Okay, you got the point, mga palaga. Kung that, it gives us more energy. Okay, like that. And always, the neurological functions are the attack of vitamin B. Okay, the sources are usually animals and plants because animals have protein also. Okay, literally have protein. Okay, you get that point. But if you cannot control yourself, you can eat protein. Of course, you can eat meat, but you can take that fresh. You buy in the market, then cook it immediately. That would be better, right? But if you try to refrigerate it for 6 months, 3 months, oh, there's accumulation there of any chance of bacteria or whatever. Okay, you get the point. So and also the preservatives. So better the fresh. Though there's also an amine, as I told you, you cannot remove the amine in the meat, but at least, right? You get the point. Low level lang siya. Okay, yung nitrosamines. Okay, nitrosamines is H, 2 atoms of hydrogen, 2 atoms of nitrogen, and 1 atom oxygen. This is the formula of the cancerous substance found in the meat. Okay, okay, memorize it again. H2N2O, 2 atoms of hydrogen, 2 atoms of nitrogen, 1 atom of oxygen. H2N2 is the carcinogenic substance found in the meat. Okay. Alas. Then, if you also try to add preservative, the more, because preservatives have nitrites. Kibaw na kung mo na nitrogen ang amine, then adan pa dyan yung nitrogen. So, di ba? It's gonna be like, that's too much. Things like that. And then plus the nitrogen you inhale in the atmosphere, because there is 79% nitrogen in the atmosphere God gave to us naturally. 79% by volume of nitrogen and 21 or less percent of oxygen by volume in the atmosphere. Free, created by the God. So there's a lot of nitrogen already, right? Plus the nitrogen in the protein, due to the general formula of protein, have also nitrogen there. Okay, you get the point. Things like that. O di plus the nitrogen of the chlorophyll from the plants. O di ba nakakaloka, ang taas-taas na. Okay, you get the point. Okay, so let's be thankful for that. Okay, then halos last is nitrogen because of where nitrogen is tamakuan. Okay, you get the point. Nakakaloka. It's a big protein, right? If there's no nitrogen. Nakakaloka, di ba mga palaga akong hitan? Ganon. Okay, ganon siya. Any questions so far mga palaga akong hitan? Okay, nothing, right? So mono siya. Unsaturated, monounsaturated, polyunsaturated. Okay? So example of mono unsaturated, we have the soybean oil, the canola oil, the cotton seed oil, like that. Okay. And then for the polysaturated, we have the fish oil. Okay, the fish oil, the olive oil, like this. Okay, the avocado. Okay, avocado. The oatmeal. Oatmeal. We have also the whole wheat bread. Okay, it's Engr, polysaturated, unsaturated substance, good for the health. Okay, that's why we have whey protein, WHEY, whey protein. So whole wheat bread, things like that. Okay, so avocado is very healthy. Okay, this contains vitamin D, vitamin E, unsaturated fats, good for the skin, things like that, and good for digestion. Good also for insomnia. If you are suffering insomnia, you can sleep easily. If you just eat avocado 1 hour before you sleep, avocado can help digest also the fats inside your body because it is unsaturated fats also. So, but take note, avocado is not abundant. Avocado is very expensive here, and avocado here is not very good looking. Sorry. The avocado is very small and very hard to touch. Something like that. And then, oh my gosh. So, it's very good to buy. And the issue also for this avocado, you need to only put a little bit of sugar. Because this is best when you don't put sugar. Just like coffee, right? Coffee lowers cholesterol, lowers blood pressure if you don't put sugar. You get the point? There's a condition. Or if you put minimum sugar, less sugar, just like half of a teaspoon. The small version of a spoon is a teaspoon. Kitchen. The small version of a kitchen is a kitchenette. Like that. The small version of a star is a starlet. So things like that. There is a smaller version. The same with spoon and teaspoon. So half of the teaspoon of the sugar or 3/4 or like that is better. Because you cannot also survive without sugar because you always use that when you are 1 year old up to now. You cannot stop. Okay? Then you can little by little adjust the dosage of your sugar intake. Because this sucrose is noted to be the deadliest substance on earth. Okay? Number 2 is fat. Okay, sugar, fat. Okay, like that. You get the point. It's not the fat, it's the sugar. Okay, because the sugar later will be converted to fat, something like that. Okay? So, you get the, siya mga palangakang hitad. Okay. So, any questions so far for the fats? Nothing, right? So, there's another one. Actually, this trans fats is under unsaturated. But the only problem for the unsaturated trans fat is the structural orientation, meaning the formation is leading to unhealthy. Okay, the trans is just like a and there's here the band is here, the double band is here, things like that. So the what you call this one, abnormal orientation of the chemicals, and then it will lead to unhealthy to our health, or it's not good for the health. That's why trans fat is always zero, in the all food and beverage all over the world. Trans fats is zero. Okay, because that is banned. Okay, that is banned a long time ago. I think that was banned on 97 years ago. That's what I remember. Okay, because based on what I read, they used Cresco fat before long time ago. Cresco fat as their cooking oil, something like that. And they changed that after so many experimentation, evolution to science, evolution to herbal, evolution to organic food. They changed that to something unsaturated now. Okay, like that. But before they are using trans fat. Okay, because they don't have an idea more at the time because there's no yet too much technology. for the experimentation, and so there's no a lot of scientists before also. Now with the time coming, so many scientists evolve like that, blah blah blah, so and so. Okay, you get the point. So that's why it's gonna be like that. Okay. So again, to recap for this topic, we have the fats composed of saturated and unsaturated. Unsaturated classified as monounsaturated and polyunsaturated, and also trans fats. Trans fats is banned. It should be zero because it's not good for the health. If we try to compare unsaturated and saturated fats, unsaturated is more good. Okay, unsaturated fats are usually coming from the fruits, plants, the vegetables. Okay, and some of the chosen oils from animals, something like that. Okay, but this saturated is more on the animals. Okay, it's gonna be like that, or more on the processed foods, refined foods like that, high carbs, something like that. Okay, so saturated fats are usually found in fast food. Okay, we have the burger, things like that, the burger. We have the French fries, things like that, guys. The roasted chicken, the pizza pie. Those very delicious to our digestive system that we used to crave every time when we got the salary. Are those foods who are not dangerous and not good for our health. That's why it's recommended you always eat that, not all the time. Okay, because it's reversed. The more it is become delicious and it's more good, the more it is not become healthy. Did you observe that also? Right? The vegetables not good to eat, right? Because most of the vegetables are not sweet, right? But they are more powerful to fight cancer. So, there's a magic that God gave to us, right? We cannot understand something. The more it is bitter, the more it is healthier. The more it is sweet. The more it is bad. So, why? Makakaloka. You get the point? The more it is saltier, salt. The more it's also not, the more also is bad also. Okay? But if the more it is ladang or no taste, the more it's also good. Just like water. Right? Water is not sweet unless you put sugar. Okay? So that's normally ladang or tasteless. Okay? But why it is very good for our health? In fact, without water, we will die. Without water, we will die. But without sugar, we can survive. Take note the philosophy. Okay, without sweets, we can survive. But without water, we cannot survive. And water is not sweet. You get the point? So meaning to say, sweet is not the basis of living, of longevity. Life longevity is the term for that. Or life sustainability. Okay, you got the point. Thank you so much for watching this vlog about fats. Okay, if you click the notification bell, you can click now and you can share this video for your friends as a guidance only. And if you're not subscribing yet to my channel, you can subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. God bless everybody. Bye-bye. See you later. Ganon. Okay. Diba?